it was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt,
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
Hello, I'm Shimone. I'm 18 years old and I live in Elsies River. I'm a matric year student at Range High.
Hello, I'm Musa. I'm 24, turning 25 on the 31st of July. I'm a final year opera student at the University of Cape Town.
Hi, I'm Colin, 18 years old. I'm matric at Elsies River High, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Logan. I'm 16 years old. I live in Elsies River and I attend the Settlers High School.
I'm Fiona and I'm 18 years old. I finished matric last year and this is my gap year. Next year I will be studying education at UWC.
Hi, I'm Jody. I'm 16. I live in Elsies River and I attend Elsies River High School in grade 11.
Heinrich Ernest, I'm 24, currently working at Musica. Tik is probably the most prevalent drug in, especially where most of us come from, Elsies River. It's, when it came out at first, it was more like, oh, I'm taking, but nowadays, it's, ek is a tik monster, I'm a tik monster. It's bragging rights now.
Yeah. Young children are doing this. Young children, they throw their lives away. They brag with their friends.
And it's not just young children do it. Many older men and older women do this stuff now, and it's like they have children, like a lot of children, like small children, still in primary school, and they are doing it, and it's not right. My word.
In front of the children,
My impression of it is that, like, where I come from, when I was still in primary school, if I had a TV game, it was cool. If I had a bicycle, it was cool.
Yeah.
Now, TIC has become that now. If you're not doing TIC, you're not cool. You don't follow. It's sort of like that. And it has blinded, our vision and all that. But my question is that, what does it do to people? What does it make them do?
That also leads to domestic violence too.
Basically, it makes you, it changes you, it makes you an aggressive person. You lose weight. I could lose some weight, but I'm not in that way. It changes your whole view on life. I don't know.
Some guys go in such a zone where they don't know what they're doing, and like they will be crossing the road and they will turn back. Never doesn't mind if the car is coming on. They will just be walking and waving at the sky and looking down, and they just go crazy.
People that are fat that feel, I'll just stop for a while just to get a bit thin, but it doesn't even, if you get thin, you look ugly thin, not even nice.
It's not easy to stop it though. So
you probably think you'll be able to control it, but
Then it controls you at the end of the day. You start slowly but surely think, I'm gonna quit at the end, but then it takes over you.
We were like 11. We used to play skipping toe and all those type of games. Nowadays, you don't see children doing this stuff anymore. The children don't play, as simply as that. We used to go in late at night because we wanted to play outside, and your mothers used to call someone, no, go on, but nowadays, that's not stuff you see. Children go for drugs and all these type of things. And when you start using a drug, especially TIC, your life changes. You start having sex at an early age. You start just giving up. You lose your whole perspective of life. It's like zero.
Exactly, because your body's so used to that TIC that you're going to do anything to get money, to get hold of that.
And it's so easy to get on TIC because you're just going to say, okay, I'm just going to take one hit, just one hit. Just to feel how it
People say you won't get hooked on the one hit. But that's all lies. You do at the end of the day get hooked.
And peer pressure comes in there. Peer pressure comes in there because my friend's doing it. So she's like, Fiona, just try just this once. Now Fiona's going to do it. Tomorrow Fiona's going to do it again. And then Fiona's going to say, Joe, you tried. And there we go. And then
most of the time, you get it free. At first, you get it free. It's always like that. You get it free, like peer pressure. Come do it. You have the TIC. You don't buy it. You don't actually feel what's actually wrong. And once you're hooked, then you must buy your own. Then you start stealing. Everything just goes wrong in your life.
But what do your parents do, or when they see that you like on TIC now and all that?
One lady was killed the son because she couldn't take it anymore, that he was such a thick up.
Some parents, they try to help the children, like they would contact rehab centers and all those. They would do everything to help their child. But the child goes, right, comes back. He or she's going to show the mother, find out where they few weeks they go back to doing their own thing.
Tik is a different drug to the rest of it, because the rest of the acids of the world and the dacha of the world, all those other drugs, it doesn't affect your brain itself, whereas in tik actually affects it, and it twists your whole world upside down, and you actually believe what you're doing is right.
In the national government point of view, I've never heard them a single time speaking about tik.
Yes.
Or another thing, they would speak about maybe alcohol abuse or speak unemployment and all that. I think it should be also a national government issue to say, listen, this is a crisis. It's sort of like they don't care about the Western Cape because this is prevalent in the Western Cape. It should be an issue that is like amongst the first when it comes to youth.
I think drug use is probably the cause of HIV/AIDS. There's a whole lot. The drug use starts off many of these, the crime, the HIV, the rape. There's a whole lot of stuff that will be somehow cured by just the drug use being minimized.
You don't just one day wake up, oh hey, I'm gonna rape someone today.
Exactly. The drugs that they use make them think all these things, and they go out and they go do drugs.
So like they just pour off all the problems.
Exactly.
Especially
And the government doesn't really start off with the drugs. They want to start with unemployment and things like that.
And especially tik drives them mad. Ooh, they go crazy.
And most of the people who use these drugs, they don't work. For instance, now they have time on their hands to think of all this crime they can do, raping and stuff. They have time on their hands to think all this stuff.
People there at home, they don't work, but they're drunk every day. Every single day. Exactly, where does the money come from?
Wake up, drink, sleep, sit in the yard.
What I've seen as well, on the roads, like on the N2, M3, there are always people asking for money. People will give them. When they're hungry, they don't buy food with that. They go to houses. They say, Mr. Davis just told me there are people who come to his house every day at night, maybe after 9, they would ask for food. They would give him food because they save all that money for wine.
Yeah, the younger girls and boys, when they throw parties, they
must
believe
be
there must be alcohol. Because if there's no
not a
alcohol,
party.
there's ain't a party. No party.
If you have a 21st, then there's no alcohol. I'm going to say, you're not my friend.
It's not the party. No wine, no party. We're gonna go home.
Alcohol is there to be enjoyed. If your main aim is to get drunk, then that's where the problem is. It's the abuse, not the use, the abuse of alcohol. That's the problem.
There's nothing wrong with it, but enjoy it,
The morals of the generation of today isn't the same, because basically what I feel is that if my father, when he was going out with my mother, were to hit my mother's family would have almost broken all his bones in his body. Nowadays, if a guy hits a girl, it's almost like, she deserved it.
And that also has an effect on children at school, and then they bring their problems to school, and then they all rude with you, they scale at you almost, and you don't know what's going on.
They have no one to speak to like that. Sometimes you feel, I want to go speak to my teacher and go tell my teacher about the problems that's happening there, but then the children are like, and then they just can't. So now they come and they take it out on you. I'm your friend, and they're being all rude to you, and
that also lead to prostitution or taxi queenerism. As I
think also it's the culture also in terms of influences from because it does not necessarily happen also from the old people. We do it as well, guys like us, which are being influenced by American culture sometimes, watching all these, you see all these hip-hop movies or videos where you see women half naked or naked, and it sort of looks as if it's okay to exploit them. You know what? Listen to the lyrics they speak about. I've got 50 women, I don't care about them. It's not difficult for me to get a B, all those sorts of... It's sort of influence, because if you look now in all the high schools and primary schools, what children watch on TV.
Yeah.
You know, it influenced them a lot. And now when I say I want you, you don't want me, it's easy for me to hit you because culture also has sort of like, it preempts that. Or the racism, it's still there, but now it's been cleverly driven now, covered. It's no longer the case where, like it was with the apartheid, that you would have the white minority ruling the black minority, so-called black minority, which include Indians, black Africans, and colored people. Now you find out even some blacks who are now rich, some of them are racist. Those who are coming from families who were like being underprivileged and all that, when they privilege, some of them still have attitudes to say, listen, I cannot be ruled by a white person and all that. So they've got attitudes.
I feel it's still very much a part of South African interaction, because the word racism means prejudging someone by the color of their skin. Yeah. Now, my personal view is that what is the for the jobbing, the
Unemployment Act.
The BE and what's the other one?
Economic empowerment.
The other one? Affirmative action. There we go. I think that is still racism, because I know that previously black people or disadvantaged people need to be further, or they should help to get to higher places, but you are still judging someone on the color of their skin. Therefore, it is still racism. I feel that the best person with the most qualifications, with the most experience, should get that job. If it be, a white, Indian, black, or any color person, that is what should happen.
I've never brought a guy of another race like home with me. I always think about it like, what's the reaction going to be of my parents and all that. But as I know, my parents, like they would accept him openly.
From my perspective of this whole dating over the race kind of thing, I kind of liked it, but I don't know what my parents will like say about it. Clearly, they won't like it because I know them and they're just very conservative, man. They won't like it.
It's a boy out of your own church. They don't want you to cross churches.
That's a whole new ball game.
Come home with the guy from another race and they're like,
Yes, he doesn't come
what
here
is going
again.
on? No,
Just happened there over here. No, then my father was like, what you doing? Like when the boy would leave and like, I hope this is not really serious. I hope you're playing with me. Like you will be like that. Like you must feel bad, but okay.
But I think parents should actually accept it because things change. Things can't stay the same. I mean, if I stick to one race, if I have to stick to a colored boy, what's the difference? Exactly. You know, people should start accepting people for who they are, and in that way, things will be better.
I think also the issue of racism does also apply in terms of the relationships and the dating. It might not be that big, but when it comes to, if I were to go home and say I'm dating a white girl, I know my mother would have a different sort of view on it. But at the end of the day, it's what I want.
Exactly.
People still have misconceptions because of their backgrounds mainly. To say this is how I would have like dealt with this race and all that, this is how things went. Not allowing us to explore. I don't look at any color. If I meet a lady, I think she's fine, she has the qualities I'm looking for, and she likes me, it's fine.
I think it's even becoming easier for the older folks, because now they see that it's easy going, we interact, and they would also think to themselves, but maybe I can. How you do?
I'm in matric this year, and I realized that there's this need for social workers, especially in an area like Elsa's River, and that's something I would love to do, just to help and to give back to the community.
My dream is to become an internationally renowned performer. Originally it was to become an opera singer, but I don't want to limit myself.
My dream is to become a teacher, specific a biology teacher, because I feel there's a need for people to give back to the community. And yeah, that's my way of trying to do it.
I would love to study photography because I just would love to go out in the wild. I don't know why, but I just like to take pictures of random things. And also drama. I really would like to study drama.
My dream was always to be a famous singer. But then I just went down and I want to be a teacher. You know, I want to teach the children. And then I want them to look up to me and say, that was my teacher, she taught me this.
My dream is to go into the field of accounting. I want to be an accountant.
My dream was to become a CA. I actually have a diploma in financial management, but I think it shifted now. I actually want to be a musician, producer, jack of all trades. Yeah.